Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Tech Talk Tuesday. Today is June 22nd. It's 7 o'clock, and that means that I, normally with Matt, but flying solo today, will be hitting you guys with the news that caught Matt and I's eye this week. We're going to talk about it a little bit, see if anything's funny, see if anything's super important that you guys need to be aware of. But so we're going to go ahead and get started with something pretty neat. So this is pretty interesting. So we all know of, or I hope everybody knows about Myst. It's probably a game that y'all got in like some sort of CD form. Well, Myst came out in VR for the Oculus, Facebook's Oculus Quest, which a lot of people really, really liked. But the good news is if you don't have a Facebook Oculus Quest and you didn't want those ads, because apparently giving you ads in VR is Facebook's way of saying screw you, this is going to be coming to Mac and PC. So if you want to play this in VR and you have all of the things that you need for your Mac or your PC, you will be able to play Myst, the classic remake. So this was only $30 on the Oculus Quest version. I'm assuming it's going to be something really similar there. The only dings that it had when it released on the Quest was some like graphics issues, but many people are attributing that to the lack of horsepower really in the Facebook's headset. The Quest is kind of not a super like heavy and powerful VR headset. So if you do have a PC and a Mac that is really, really powerful, I don't think that you're going to have any issues here. And I think that it's going to be pretty neat. Just some of the renders that I've seen, the game looks amazing. So if you're into puzzles, this is a puzzle game. If you don't know what Myst is, it's a puzzle type game where you solve a bunch of puzzles and make your way through a story. So this is a great game. And I know if I will be asking Matt to borrow his VR set. That way I can play this in VR because it's pretty freaking cool. So we're going to move on to another game related topic here. And we're going to talk about Epic Games releasing their anti-cheat and voice services for developers. Now, this is really, really neat. This works. They're saying that this is going to work with all game engines, so not just Epic's Unreal Engine. So that is really, really cool of them. So their voice chat service is the same one that they use for Fortnite. So it's been heavily tested by millions of users and is really, really good. Honestly, I know Matt and I, when we played Fortnite back in probably season 2 or 3, maybe, we were using the voice chat in Fortnite, and it worked great. So we didn't have any issues there talking to each other with and something that a lot of game developers really struggle with is this anti-cheat. So obviously Epic's does have some issues where it can label some innocent software as like a cheat. And it has been known to ban non-cheaters inadvertently. So it obviously isn't like the perfect solution, but it's a great starting point. It's something that if you're looking to build a game, it can certainly help you get off the ground running with your anti-cheat, and you don't even really have to worry about it too much. This is really, really great. I love seeing Epic and other companies, and I hope other companies do this. So this is part of their online services. If you're looking to build a game and you need an anti-cheat, maybe this is a great place to start. Voice chat is a huge part of games now. And so their voice chat supports 1-to-1 and 1 to a party. It's a great solution. And it costs you almost nothing to do this. I would definitely be taking a look at this if I were building a game right now. Moving on to some fun Elon Musk related news. This is actually really neat. So I have made fun, at least to Matt, of the Boring Company, and one, because it's a great pun on the name of Boring, and two, because I just didn't see how the Hyperloop or the Superloop, I'm pretty sure it's the Hyperloop, was just going to work. It just never really kind of clicked in my mind how in reality that was going to happen, right? So the whole idea is that you're on these rails and it's basically a sealed vacuum and it can just shoot you really quick across places. They started boring or digging in LA and they have almost 2 miles dug under LA. But I mean, they still have a long way to go. And their initial use case was passengers. So just like a car could go through it, or like specialized cars, or like kind of like a bus or subway system. But what's really interesting here is that Bloomberg has reported that they received like a slide deck of plans for them to actually be doing this for freights and shipping containers. So it's saying that it'd be about 21 feet, in diameter, which is about twice the size of their passenger ones. And so that would allow them to put 2 shipping containers side by side, which means one could go one way and one could go the other way. So yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Theoretically, if this can work, it could really help with like shipping speeds and everything. So, I mean, I think this is really neat. I hope that they can get it working, but I'm a little skeptical on if the Boring Company is actually going to do anything like long term. I mean, it's been almost 5 years now since its inception, and it's dug about 2 miles worth of tunnels. So not a great track record here for Elon's side project here. I guess I would consider Tesla and SpaceX his main projects. But yeah, so this isn't going too hot as far as I can tell. But I think that this is really good to expand their really just their market and really try and hit companies looking to ship things, because I mean that's how you get all your goods and services, right? So this is a big opportunity for them if they can make it work. But I'm still a little skeptical if they'll be able to. And then lastly, something that I actually got pretty excited about. So this bill here would make it very easy to cancel a subscription. So we all have subscribed. Use your free trial for HBO Max, Peacock, any like subscription-based services. They usually try and get you wrapped in using some sort of free subscription, and then they automatically roll you into to the paid version. Well, this bipartisan bill that's getting put into, or is getting introduced to the House currently, is saying that, hey, no, you can't do that. So they're trying to limit the amount of hoops that you have to jump through to actually cancel a free subscription, which is massive. The amount of times that I've had to be on the phone with customer service, or just emailing back and forth a company trying to get off of a subscription. That way they don't charge me for a year subscription, even sometimes after your free subscription. So yeah, so this act would actually require sellers to allow customers to cancel a subscription in the same way that they've signed up. So it's going to require sellers to provide notice when a free or reduced price trial is about to end, and provide customers with a clear understanding of the terms of the contract. So sellers won't be able to automatically transfer a free customer to a contract longer than 1 month. So ideally, you're only getting hit for a month if you forget about it, but they still would have to give you notice, right? So this is super good. This is really great protection for everyone. I really, really like this. California has had a law for a while that allows that forces companies to allow you to cancel subscription online, which is why you see pretty much everyone has some sort of hidden way to to cancel a subscription online. But this would make it even more transparent. It'd save us even more. I think that this is a great bill. I fully support what they're trying to do here. I just hope it doesn't get bloated with a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily related to this bill. But yeah, as far as like what that unsubscribe act is actually saying, I love it. So I really hope to see that go through. I have a feeling it might not. One, because our legislation is a little tech illiterate, and that's probably an understatement. But what we can hope, we can keep shouting for this, and hopefully at some point this will get passed. So I'm really excited to hear about that. But with that, that's all I have for you today. If you want to read up on anything that I talked about today, you can find it in the description below. And while you're there, go ahead and give Tech Talk a follow and a subscribe and a like. That way you help us out with any of those creepy YouTube algorithms. That way we can spread our influence all over the place. And more people can become tech literate, right? That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to put these stories into bite-sized pieces and put it into terms that matter to you guys, right? So we want to keep doing that for you, and we want to keep doing it for more people. So those likes, subscribes, and shares and follows and all of those things really do help us, and we appreciate all of them. So if you want to have a question answered live on air, something we haven't done in a while, but we love to do it, you can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @NealTardy. You can see that in the other side. Well, it's in the corner there. So you can hit me up on Twitter. Just shoot me a DM, mention me in a tweet or something like that with your question, and I'd love to answer it on air. And if you don't want me to answer it on air, I'd be happy to do that offline as well. So, but I'd love to hear from you guys. So, yeah, with that, I'll see you next Tuesday.